Hello, Rifters. We're back at it with a gameplay footage at 1.25 speed with some pauses here and there to go over some gameplay. If you have been to my channel, Lucian, here's another Lucian video. My other Lucian video has gotten popular, and I feel like if you're here, maybe you came here for the Lucian because it's seems to be the most popular. And I know that I've been talking to some people on the Discord about Lucian deck building, but this version of my Lucian is including Kaisa because I wanted to feel out the power of how impactful Kaisa can be when needed and see how differently my lines would play. I'm going first here. We have Arena's Greatest, low to the ground. My opponent picked Lucian's worst battlefield, probably, Viomall's Lair. So, drop a gem jammer and pass. They should go to 3 runes here. And just a heads up, feel free to stay a bit longer for this video because we will be having another match or showcasing this deck. So, opponent taps 3, and they developed their Fiora. You know, I could be running Falling Star and it's pretty much over for them there, but I would be deramping quite a bit too. I develop Kiana and then just move somewhere, get my point. Should have probably played for the point first to see if I would do anything differently, but we pass. 4 mana is a little awkward. And then opponent here, I think they're gonna end up. Oh, so I had to tell opponent like, hey, you don't get points. They don't just keep racking up from Arena's Greatest. And he was like, oh, you know, my fault. But he develops his own Kiana. I'm letting him know, all good, don't worry. And here, he's treating his Fiora kind of like an engine, so he's going to be behind on point tempo because of this. I should have taken Jammer to Arena's to Viomall's Lair and not Arena's Greatest. Here I'm gonna channel one with Kiana. I think I'm valuing that channel just a bit more because we have Lucian in our champion spot. Develop a Doran's Blade, move the Jammer back, develop. Pretty sure we play Lucian, or I think we fall for a bait line with 3 mana because that's a angle shot and it's a punch first. So I actually don't develop the Lucian here. They go Kiana. They draw into the ramping. But back to my point on Viomall's Lair, I should have taken that with the Jammer and let Kiana take Arena's Greatest so she can freely move around. So she's kind of just stuck there, and I'm getting like no value from her from here on out, right? She gets her Conquer once, and then she just pays for herself with the power cost. They sabotage here. A little brutal. I think our cards in hand are pretty good, and like we already suffer from low hand size. I react to this by angle shotting, just to get an equip in. And I'm just waiting for him because technically he has Fiora's best card, Riposte. I don't think they get a lot of value here because, you know, what is Kiana doing? I think he should have reposted his Fiora, honestly, too, to get ahead on point tempo. But yeah, show him my hand. He takes out a punch first, makes sense. Angle shot does not resolve. I'm letting him know, like, hey, you made your person mighty. Make sure you trigger your Fiora. Sabotage is done. And then I have to hide my hand. Maybe he made his Kiana mighty so he could push her back. But I don't think so. Oh, sure. Right, he would have to push her back by recycling a body rune. Sorry, not body rune. The order rune. So yeah, it's... I forgot to score my holding point here. So I get a point from Jammer. I should... Yeah, I looked at the chat. Do I really sit behind a point the whole time? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Get my point. 6! We are happy here at 6. Let's bring out the Lucian. Let's get this for a free equip and just pass. Pretty slow in that turn. I'm holding angle shot to bait for the Kiana and get my draw. But I still don't think that's a very good play. Like I said, I really messed up having Kiana at the lair. They play back-to-back. +2 to 2 units. Pretty neat card in Fiora. I think that's pretty neat. Only one of the triggers will go off. Interesting enough, he goes with the... He starts the chain first with back-to-back. I think he should use his movement on who he wants to swing with and then use back-to-back, because then he has a window to use the Fiora at base to re-ready it after it becomes mighty. That's what I would have done at least. But here, he takes over, does his draw. 5 on 4 here. And like I said, this was bait. He's got 3 mana up. But I just take it. Just because it's kind of like a free conquer. Oh, you know what? We're going for a double Lucian play here. Because these guys are too tiny. He's getting too greedy with his... What is it? Fiora in base. Oh, Lucian goes to 6 here. I mean, this is just pretty much I'm thinking like, hey, you need a punch first here if you want to like potentially live. Which I think I should have played around punch first. I did not here. We wall up to attempt to ready him, right? So it's a double conquer Lucian play here. He riposte, doesn't get too much value out of it, like in terms of like using it as a combat trick. So that's a-okay with me. And I'm gonna angle shot. Oh, like there's no way he has his other riposte, and he can't use it because he's, you know, out of runes. Attach, draw. We get another angle shot. These guys are holding. Yeah, I'll be straight up with you. I'm not sure why he was quick on this, but he just kind of sits here, and then he hits me with the GG, and yeah, he just leaves. But, you know, I wanted to see what his hand was like, and he was ahead on card draw. I only had 1 unit, so what if he's running Hidden Blade? I walk in, he Hidden Blades, and he just retakes everything. I don't know. I'm not sure why he forfeited like that when his board state was decent. Like, he doesn't know my hand. So I don't think I would have given up if I was him, but we'll go to game 2. Here we go with the... Annie. And this matchup is just rough for Lucian. But I think you guys are gonna laugh about this one when it comes to what we were drawing into and kind of like the interaction with me and Annie. So here we have 2 Ruin Runners. I go for a point here. They might gust me. They let me have it. Warmogs into Hopeful. I just want that might on board. He can't get gusted. Where Lucian can. But I just want a big body. And also, like, even with Lucian coming in, I could just take the Warmogs. And I kind of want him to, like, interact with my Noxus Hopeful rather than interact with my Lucian. So, developing Noxus Hopeful was my move here. He takes... Oh, the battlefields are Forge of the Fluff and Treasure Hoard. Forge of the Fluff, you can tap your legend to equip an equipment that you control to a unit. so you don't have to pay that equip cost. Treasure Hoard says that when you conquer here, you can exhaust 1 rune to play a gold gear into your base. He goes for an aggressive ride to win. Interesting. I guess he wants that gold gear. It kind of like pays itself with the gold gear anyways. The gold gear. Right, because he'll tap 1, get it in, and then Annie's gonna untap 2 anyways, so he's back up to 3. Yeah, I mean, here we go. Noxus is just gonna come here. And all I do straight up is get my buff from Mormogs. Noxus is chilling at 6. Sure. And we're gonna just drop Annie's like worst nightmare. And then here, I'm just gonna detach, equip this, you know, because Noxus might die there at 6. Just bump up my Ruin Runner, the Camel, the goated Camel. So we can get ready for a Conqueror, which it will trigger Assault because it has equipment. And he go ahead and ask me a question. It's asking about how I equipped my gear, and I told him it was a battlefield. So let's just skip that, letting him know it's free because I control it. Okay, so fast forward a little bit. He takes with Ezreal, probably pays the 1 for the rune for the gear. Oh, he doesn't. He just taps 5. Probably develops a Darius, I think. Yeah. It's nothing crazy for my opponent. He lets me hold. I mean, this is huge. Like I said, holding with Lucian is like you don't want to, but I think with Noxus Hopeful in our deck, like it ends up working out pretty well because it's just like the tempo of that 4 might being a 2-drop is just insane, and it can get that free buff for more Mogs. It's sitting at 5. Come here. He fighter flights. He cannot target Ruin Runner because it cannot be targeted by spells or abilities. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just get my free gear so I can use it for an equip in the future. And we are looking extremely strong. And guess what? Annie or Chaos's worst nightmare. I'll just drop a Ruin Runner. Yeah, so I have a Ruin Runner at a location at 7 might. Darius can trigger his 2 might and he will still tie me, which is making him have to play this turn 3 cards. It's 1/2. Okay, he gets a +2. Then he needs to play some sort of card that can buff him even more, wasting a whole 3 cards from the 1 Ruin Runner. Or he could swing in with Ezreal with him. So I think this line was pretty good to hold at 7 here. He accelerates a Kaisa, gets a draw. He's probably fishing for something. But I mean, like, Ruin Runner walks in and he just stomps the Kaisa. I don't know what spell they could play to buffer. And I think I'm just thinking, like, what spells could they do to match my 5 might? I misplay here. I played the Warmogs to recycle 1 to equip, when really I should have just used my gold. I don't play a lot with the gold in a lot of my decks, so I need to get used to that, especially when battlefields have it in play. I go to 7 here because Lucian Legend. I value the buff here because it's one of those situations where like Ruin Runner is going to stay at 7 if I keep the Warmogs on it, which is just like a little awkward for Darius to deal with. They fighter fight through Kaisa. Sure, I'll retreat my other Ruin Runner. And just for the memes, I drop another Ruin Runner. And they just frowned. And like, it's just not looking good for them. But You know, this is how metas work. Like, Ruin Runner has to see play. If you're running body, I think it has to be ran in your deck, and I know there's been some talk about it. It's a little slow, but when it can just walk into a battlefield and all they can do is just buff up their unit to beat it, it forces very minimal interaction with it. Cards it takes, they draw. I'm holding up mana here for pretty flexible plays instead of just playing my Lucian. Because I know that they have to take care of this Ruin Runner. So they're going to get like very big and swing into it. They're probably just thinking. Blood Rush, pretty standard. Darius goes to 7. Oh, he cast it twice, so he goes to 9. Yeah, I mean, this was the move. Like, even if Ruin Runner dies here, the swing back is just so brutal on our turn. And I'm like, okay, let me think about it. Yeah, I think it was just pretty standard that we just pursuit over my Ruin Runner. Once again, I misplay by not getting rid of the gold. And I'm just gonna like guarantee the kill here for whatever reason when it comes to might, and let the Warmogs get attached to this Ruin Runner that is now going to be the attacker against this Kaisa. So yes, that Darius will get the point there. Ruin Runner will be at 10 due to assault, so +2 because I have 2 equipment on me. Say yes, I don't care that they score there, and I get my point, and because I score on their turn, I'm holding here at 8. Which, there's a combo, like he could Fire Flight, get his Darius ready, and then swing in. But he just starts spamming units here, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I just win for holding. And I wanted to play game 2 because like Annie's a tough matchup, but I think maybe the tilt from the Ruin Runner was just too strong. So yeah, just a quick run through the updates on my Lucian. I cut real fast. I cut Lucian from a 3 to a 2. I don't think we need 3 in our deck. Punch First is 3. Warmogs is also 3. This is to help activate Hopeful. I like Rearguard because it's like a mini Darius in a way, and they could get really big with all the equipment that we have. So late game, it's not a dead draw, and it also helps with the 2-drop guarantee, not guarantee, but like likelihood of getting a turn 1 2-drop. Only have 5 2-drops because we have a lot of equipment that can come down. I'm probably gonna try to find space for 3 2-drops, or sorry, 6 2-drops in total. I'm starting to really be open on Wallop just because it lets Lucian run around a bit more and pressure the board. Additionally, it also lets like a unit like Kiana run back, or Kaisa. So these are the 2 like mid-range slash, you know, get ahead on a card draw that we suffer from. First mate, just to re-ready and get some combo pieces together, and 3 Ruin Runner. And this is what I have so far. I think I like it. Because we have Kaisa, we might drop Angle Shot to 2 and just play a Rearguard at 3 just to get that consistency down. But sideboard is challenge if we needed to do go through with some base removal, snipe them, recurve bow against spam tokens. I think this is the standard and red gear based deck, I guess. Auction if we're against an opponent that has a lot more gear that we can benefit from. Irelia, for example, we would play Auction, Sealer, Guardian Angel. Thundersong, I know this has been talked about. This is probably going to change, but like this helps me guarantee the Relentless Pursuit line. If we play on 8 mana, 8 runes, sorry, we play Thundersong, they can't play anything, and then we can go into like a double conquer Relentless Pursuit or something like that. But I like to Pursuit on the enemy turn for a sneaky 1 point, which can get defied against green. So Thundersong is for green primarily, and it's fine against Chaos as well, but we have Ruin Runner for that. So that's the updated deck list. That might be the final version. We'll see though, because Kai'Sa's still run my budget Lucian deck here and there. But thank you guys for watching. Lucian enjoyers, please let me know what you think. Hit me up in the Discord.